Good morning, Cedar Valley. This is George Kahn. Welcome to Quiet Echo. A kid came into the deli last Saturday looking for a job. He was 15. His mother was waiting in the car. He had on a shirt with a collar. He had practiced what he was going to say in the car on the way over, and the words came out slightly faster than he meant them to. He asked if I needed help. He told me he could start any day. He told me he had never done it before. I told him to come back Monday. I have been running this deli for 31 years. I have hired a lot of kids. I am sitting at the back booth this morning with the microphone in front of me because what happened on Saturday used to happen every Saturday, and now it happens almost never. The Bureau of Labor Statistics keeps the numbers. In 1979, the teen labor force participation rate hit 57.9%. The summer peak in 1989 was 77.5%. 3 out of 4 American teenagers were working or looking for work during the summer of the year the Berlin Wall came down. The number is now half of what it was. The teen rate plateaued at about 35% between 2010 and 2018. The most recent figure, the youth participation rate for July of 2025, was 53.1%. The Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago and Brookings both treat the late 1970s and the late 1980s as the high water marks. The water has been going out ever since. The major outlets cover this as a data story. The decline gets explained by school enrollment, by summer programs, by competition from older workers, by minimum wage policy, by how nobody mows their own lawn anymore. All of it is true. None of it is the column I am writing this morning. I am writing about what the kid was going to learn on Monday. He was going to learn how to show up. The first time his alarm went off and he thought about staying in bed, he would think about the manager counting on him to walk through the door at 8, and he would get up. Nobody had ever required this of him before. His mother had asked him to do things. School had asked him to do things. Nobody had ever said, if you do not show up, the rest of us are short. He was going to learn how to be useful to a stranger. The lady who walked in needing a sandwich was not his mother. She did not love him. She did not care if he was tired or having a bad day. She wanted a sandwich. He was going to learn how to put aside whatever was on his mind and pay attention to her order. He was going to learn how to take instruction from a man who was not his father. He was going to learn the way he did it the first time may not be the right way. He was going to learn how to listen to a correction without his feelings getting hurt. He was going to learn how to do the same thing the second time better. He was going to learn what money he earned felt like in his hand. There is a difference between money given to you and money you earned. The money you earned weighs more. The school cannot teach this. The phone cannot teach it. Nothing teaches it except earning it. He was going to learn how to be part of a small operation needing him. The deli is 6 people. When one of us does not show, the other 5 carry the weight. He was going to learn what it felt like to be the reason the other 5 were tired at the end of the day. He was going to learn what it felt like to be the reason they were not. I am not romanticizing the summer job. I am 61 years old. I worked a paper route, a gas station, and a hardware store before I finished high school. The work was hard. The pay was small. The lessons stayed. The teenagers who do still come in are different. They look you in the eye. They answer the question you asked, not the question they wished you had asked. They thank you when you give them their change. None of it is mysterious. They learned it somewhere. I want to say one more thing before I close. I have been thinking this week about what we tell young people about work. We tell them, mostly, to wait. Wait until you have your degree. Wait until you have the right opportunity. Wait until something comes along worth your time. We have built a system where a 15-year-old is supposed to be a student, an athlete, a volunteer, and an applicant. Nowhere on the list is worker. We took the word off the list and forgot the list was lighter for it. The first job is not a delay. The first job is the door through which a young person walks into being responsible for something other than himself. The kid who walked into my deli on Saturday was looking for the door. He did not know how to ask for it. He asked the only way he knew. He stood up straight in a shirt with a collar and said the words his mother had probably helped him rehearse on the way over. I told him to come back Monday. The kid on Monday will be back at 4 o'clock for his first shift. I will hand him an apron. The apron will not change his life. The next 90 days might. There is a kid waiting for someone to tell him to come back Monday. Find him. Then come to the Facebook page and tell us who he was. Cedar Valley News has a Facebook group. There is a conversation going on. The first job stories are welcome to yours or the kid you finally hired. I will put the link in the show notes. This is George Kahn, your host for today's Quiet Echo. Thanks for listening. Quiet Echo is part of the fictional Cedar Valley News series, written by Evan Swenson, publisher, publication consultants, and Claude Marshall, AI developmental editor. While the people in town of Cedar Valley are fictional, the Bureau of Labor Statistics figures, the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago, the Brookings Analysis, and the historical teen labor force participation data are real.
You've been listening to the Cedar Valley News Podcast, where small-town voices meet the headlines shaping our world. From faith and family to front porches and fields. We'll be back with more stories connecting real lives to real events. Until next time, keep your porch light on, your faith strong, and your heart open. This is Cedar Valley News.